So I've been sucked into a wormhole of nostalgia after the launch of Tokyo Xtreme Racer on Steam, most of which I have just played offline for fun, and roughly 40 hours of gameplay and sleep deprivation. I have almost reached the very end of the game, and today I wanted to share the end-game experience with you as well, so we're gonna finish together. And I mean the game. Don't make it weird. Let me start from the beginning.
In the beginning.
I bought the game for 30 USD, did 100 push-ups while the game downloaded, finally launched the game, had to choose between 3 starter cars, Suzuki Swift, Toyota AE86, and Mazda MX-5. I chose the AE86. And no, not because of Takumi, sorry to disappoint you. I then had to create my license plate, and of course I made it 6969 because I am a classy gentleman. And now I was finally able to jump into the game for the very first time. I started doing battles and earned a significant amount of credits, but then I also had to spend all the credits on my car upgrades because I was getting my ass whipped by some of the boss battles. But not to worry, I saved up some more credits and finally bought one of my favorite cars in the world, the 180SX. Painted it red with white rims and then ruined the car with some ugly neons. Now at this point I was smooth sailing through the game because the 180SX was significantly faster than the starter car AE86. Yeah, take that Takumi. But there was another car that I really wanted, the Nissan R34. But to access the R34, I would have to beat the endgame boss called Cinderella past midnight. Which, funny enough, was also my mom's nickname back in the day, and I still don't know why. But this is where we currently are in the game, and we need to beat the last normal boss before we can battle the ultimate endgame boss, Cinderella past midnight. But there is one big problem. That one last boss before the Cinderella lady is absolutely unbeatable for my 180SX. So Shuwa Shuwa Strong is the last boss that we need to beat before the Cinderella with the Mazda over here. And as you can see, I'm full flooring it right now and I'm getting gapped straight at the start. So my name being loser is kinda accurate over here because we are losing all our SP points, which by the way is our stamina basically. And we have lost, so the 180 is not good enough to beat Shuwa Shuwa Strong. And no, even if we use NAS, we will still not be able to beat the boss. And with the tail tucked between our legs, we go back into our garage. Now if you look over here, we have lost 13 times in a row the Shuwa Shuwa Strong with 0 wins. So we exit out of here in shame, and we need to go into the menu and unlock an RX-8. Now you might ask, why RX-8? Well, I used Google. I actually looked up what is the fastest car I can unlock before the Cinderella boss battle, and the answer is an RX-8. So we need to unlock the Mazda category over here all the way to RX-8, and that will be our best bet to beat the boss. So one by one, we're going to unlock all these cars so we can unlock the RX-8. Also, make sure you go into the tuning tab and unlock all the upgrades. But keep in mind, the ones that are unlocked on the screen, you cannot unlock those because those become available when we beat the endgame boss. So these are all the upgrades we have unlocked in the game, and we're gonna use those on the RX-8 as well, don't you worry. So now that the car is unlocked, we're gonna go into the Mazda category in the dealership and actually buy the car for 3 million. And as for the license plate, we're gonna mix it up, 1337. Now we're gonna keep it yellow and we're gonna buy it for 3 million. Since we have 6 million credits in total, we only have 3 million credits to actually upgrade the car. So we're gonna upgrade everything to the max, but if you notice, the max upgrades are actually pretty expensive, and after some of the upgrades, we are only left with 30,000 credits. At this point, we have to go into the collection and sell all the cars that we can sell. Now obviously I don't want to sell the 180 because I do love the car, but the S13 can go, and also I'll get rid of the starter car, which is the AE86, and we are back up to 3 million. So hopefully we can continue fully maxing out the performance of the RX-8 because you need to do that in order to beat the endgame bosses. So suspension, transmission, body, tires, and most importantly, the NAS system. The NAS is the most important upgrade in the beginning. It is a huge difference difference is basically whether you win or lose some battles. You need NOS in this game. Now that the car is fully upgraded, we're gonna give Shuwa Shuwa Strong Boss another go. As you can see, most of the bosses are done already. We're gonna click on the remaining boss, click departure, and the game will teleport us as close to the boss as possible so we don't have to run around the map like a headless chicken. Now we're gonna make our way to the boss with our brand new RX-8 fully upgraded, and hopefully this time we can beat the boss. And by the way, fun fact, if you're tight on money, you can simply pull the handbrake if you're going fast enough to actually draft in this game. As you can see, it'll give you 21,000 points plus 5,000, which is 26,000 points in total if you don't crash into barriers. Something you can do if you're struggling with money in the game. Pull the handbrake if you're going fast and don't crash. If you do this many times in a row, it will add up. So before we reach the boss, let me try to pull the handbrake one more time over here to show you that it was not a fluke. And here goes nothing, and that's even a 360 and 26,000 credit points, and we have reached Shuwa Shuwa Strong Boss. So first attempt with the RX-8, hopefully goes better than with our old 180 S6. So let's see, can we beat the Mazda this time? Now we're gonna try to utilize NOS as well. Usually it's better to use NOS in the beginning, that's where it makes the most significant difference, I've noticed. But if your opponent is as strong as Shuwa Shuwa Strong, then even NOS won't help you much. So we are full throttle, full NOS, and we are still struggling to keep up. He's actually gapping us slightly, but luckily we're not falling off too far. But our points are still going down because we are more than 25 yards away from the boss. And also it's really hard to beat some of the bosses if they're going in a straight line. You actually need corners to beat some of the bosses in the game, because in corners they do tend to slow down quite a lot. But our fully upgraded RX-8 actually manages to match the speed of the boss, so it will come down to whoever has the most max speed, because I am out of NOS. I can no longer use NOS, no more nitrous. And here is the answer about max speed. The boss is actually slightly higher max speed than our RX-8, so he's gonna take off on us. There is literally nothing I can do at this point. Now if you look at the map, there is a corner coming very soon, but I managed to crash into an AI car, got rammed from behind, and I lost. Yeah, if you have contact with barriers or other cars during battles, you also lose the stamina points, and this is what made us lose the race. But not to worry, we'll go into the garage, and by the way, you want to return to garage every time because that will restore your tires and nitros fully for no cost at all. So after every tough battle, go back and just try again. And this time, we just hope to get lucky with like a corner or something, because on a straight line, it is really difficult to beat if the boss does not make any mistakes. But fast forward to the boss, and here is Shuwa Shuwa Strong attempt number 2. This time, we have a corner right in the very beginning, which is good for us, and we're instantly gonna use the NOS as well. Our only option is to pass the boss on this corner, because AI cars slow down in corners, but you don't have to. So this works in our favor, and we take the first place, still full NOS through the corner. And as you can see, the boss for the very first time is losing points instead of us. Now all you have to do is be careful, don't crash into AI cars. The boss is 100 yards away, which is really good. Points are going down really fast, and we get our win and 700,000 credits on top of that. And finally, we get one step closer to Cinderella. And here is the Cinderella in question. That is our very last boss before we can unlock the R34. So on the objective tab, you can see defeat Cinderella past midnight becomes available. Click on that and click departure, and it will put you as close as possible to Cinderella. And all you have to do is drive straight until you find your opponents. So this is the moment we've been waiting for. This is the moment I have been grinding for about 40 hours in this game, trying to beat the Cinderella so I can get my second dream car, which is the R34. And this question mark is is Cinderella with the glowing RX 8, also a yellow RX 8, so kind of matches our car except the livery, and you know, we are not glowing, Cinderella is. But we need to focus on the race because I really wanted R34. So here it is. So since we have a corner right before the start, not gonna use the NOS this time. Maybe not the best idea because Cinderella takes off and gaps me right after the corner, which makes me lose the points. I panic a little bit, use the NOS. There is another corner, don't want to use NOS over here because I don't want to crash into the barriers. If you crash into the barriers, you also lose points. But after the corner, I use NOS again to try to get closer to Cinderella over here. There's a lot of corners, which is good, but our points are not looking too good. We only have a little bit left over here, using the remaining of my NOS to just kind of try to pass Cinderella, but she debates me and goes left over here. I tried to correct, I was too late, and we lose the race. But we go back into the garage, reset our tires, reset our NOS, and hopefully second attempt we can finally beat Cinderella. Now knowing her tricks, we have a plan of our own. So unlike last time, this time we're gonna use NOS at the very beginning. So the moment the race starts, I'm going full NOS, hoping I can pass her. Race starts, going full NOS, it is working, we're actually in the lead, but it's not enough and I have to ram her into the wall to maintain the lead position, and it does work. She lost half her points already, so it's looking very good for us right now. So after the corner, going full NOS again to get some distance between us, and she has very little points remaining, and that is the endgame boss. So I'm trying not to make any mistakes over here, and we get the win, 700,000 credits in our pockets. And since we cleared stage 2, we get 5 million credits on top of that, which is very good because we're gonna use that to upgrade our new R34. So we go into the machine tab, and under the Nissan category, we're gonna upgrade all the way until we have the R34, which is at the very end. We're gonna unlock that because after 40 hours of grinding, we finally have access to the R34. So one thing left to do is go into the dealer and actually buy the car. 6 million credits wisely used over here, and we're gonna switch to this machine. We're gonna buy our upgrades, and with our mission successfully completed, we can ride into the sunset. And I do hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. If you did, then like and subscribe, otherwise I'm gonna slap Bob. Oh no, please help me, I'm Bob. Please subscribe, I don't want to get hit. Oh no. Yeah, do it.